everybody. I'd like to thank the Grand Staircase-Escalante partners for inviting me to this symposium. My name is Max Early. I'm a published poet and established potter from Laguna, Pueblo. My poems incorporate images and elements from the beauty of the natural environments that they give us. My Indigenous connection I share with my poetry emanate from my Laguna Pueblo community and show the intimate balance and harmony within the landscape of the Southwest and our wildlife brothers and sisters of the mountains and mesas. At this moment, I'd like to address my relatives and ancestors in my Keres language. Tawashtrai Sai Hopa, Se Shawikamishe, Kupishtaya, Wahinome, Kamuna, Wish Soto, Wakame, Sita, Watsina Hanuksta, Quayawashista, Rohina, Achap, Gaime. The first poem I'd like to read is Shtawa. Shtawa, 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 Shtawa. Shtawa means soft speech or to whisper. Next poem I read is called Deer's Breath of Every Color. Winter rises southeast, deer gnaw withered apples as morning star fades above Indigo Canyon. Concealed in tall feather grass, mountain lion nestles, his tan body mesmerized like a stone fetish. Sun blazes amber rays, snow powders the deer trail. A hunter whispers through mist his flowered prayer. Mukai hashte mishkayu gumatsani. Mountain lion man, it's already morning. Help me. Climbing Hawk Mountain through blue juniper terrain, mountain lion leaps, an arrow blessed with pollen. Winter sets southwest, deer in shadow tinged purple, enters spruce treehouse on his breath of every color. The next poem I read is Hoofs Drifting Across Grass. This is a commemoration of when me and my grandparents used to go deer hunting, and the last time we went together. Hoofs drifting across grass. November night in small town Cuba, warm cabin in lieu of chilly canvas, bedroll laid out. I sleep below my grandparents' motel bed. A sudden 3 a.m. request. Tro'o, let's go, she says. I sip coffee and scurry by the kitchenette stove. Grandpa's warming the truck up. On high desert pinon cedar hills, our campfire in dark beaming woods, bacon, eggs with bread on the flame, grandma's fried red chili flakes. Sunrise ashes bless our rifles, guide us, mountain lion man, and the mountain lion within me, track fearless with patient pursuit. Mid-morning, bedded down in gray leaf briar, a leaping gant of does hurtle through the thick sagebrush draw as fog drifts on thin forest air. My index finger points, but grandma corrects me with her pointed thumb motion. My head nods, and I use my thumb to shorten the distance between hunter and game. Afternoon, we ride hills after hills across arroyos and valley crossings to a place I caught my deer the previous open season. I hike to the overlooking mesa top. Grandpa walks to the dry creek. Close by the truck, Grandma prowls with her red scarf over her head. I scout towards a large oak grove as quick sounds of leaves crush and crunch. I crouch down, my eyes focus on the swift hoofs drifting across the grass. My head turns, I hear, whoo! I sprint towards the mesa cliff ledge. Grandma's hands raised sideways by her ears. She yells, Mamewa, gotcha, shedzuk dewewa. Peeling an orange, her gun leans on a rock. The buck runs to the mesa bottom and pauses within Grandma's range. She grabs her gun, her finger pulls the trigger, her rifle clicks and jams as the mule's deer's ears twitch. The buck bolts off like a field missile. She lowers her one chance, wishing. We return to Grandpa's faded maroon truck. Grandma sighs and says, Gaika, Gaika, all the way home, Gaika. Grandpa tells her, you're always saying, Iyo, Krushanats, it's cold, I'm cold. That's why you didn't get your deer. The following year, my grandparents both said it was too cold for them to go hunting. I brought back a buck for Grandma Linda and cherished the last time we went together. This next poem is called Night Watch. Children encircle autumn evening fire, hands sprayed open, bodies crouched on flame-lit sandstone ledge. Unseen in pinon pitch, black skies, small brown eyes scan southern mesa, finding no flash or flicker. Children stand facing the fire, waiting night by night's arrival. Brothers, fathers, grandfathers. Small brown eyes reflect remote spark. Blaze of orange glee silhouettes the mesa. The hunters summon home. Children run towards village entrance, gathered by roadsides with whispered thrills, guessing with what party has arrived. Small brown hands listen. Silence, crescendos, sound of deep voices drawing near. Men singing songs with the deer. The next poem I read comes from my first book, Ears of Corn Listen. This is In the Black Blue Hue of Sunrise Dawn. In the black blue hue of sunrise dawn, Mother Fire keeps me warm. I pray and breathe on the dry flowers, an offering to the deer spirit. My prayer goes up in smoke, rainbow full of colors for the deer to see. They say, Mo poch, gashtatsi, gaanya, shro ekoshe. Look at the beautiful rainbow. Let's go over there. Climbing the hill in pursuit, fresh deer tracks everywhere. Directly in front of me, Kite Bishro, the rays of sunrise glisten on the antlers. We have found the rainbow. Now it's time to go home. Home to the mountain lion, singing hunting songs of praise. Tribute and honor to the deer. Corn pollen prayers scatter in the wind. Bless us again, dear spirit. In our Pueblo, Laguna, and all the other Pueblos in New Mexico and Arizona, we have our deer dances that are held during the winter solstice period, usually around Christmas time also. And this is a poem that commemorates that in the eyes of a child. This next poem is called Delasia's Necklace. We enter to the sounds of bells. The hall's warmth invokes an imprint of my small self. Standing by my grandparents, their presence I sense in the drums and singers' voices. Collective breath of all colors hovers over the leaping herd. Eagle and hawk feathers adorn the deer dancer's rhythmic scent. Forest evergreen, damp earth. Delasia puts her hand in mine. The seated crowd hinders her view. I lift her above the masses, a butterfly beyond reach. Her irises bloom to the choir and drumbeats rumbling nearby snowflakes. I set her down among the gold straw. Flecks glisten in mud-plastered floor. Her body sways back and forth. She stands on tiptoe to see over the crowd as does follow their bucks. A charcoal-faced hunter in camouflage shirt and jeans trots towards the small child. He places a coral bead necklace over her head as she smiles at her new delight. This next poem commemorates our directions and colors that we use in our community, that we've held sacred for a long time through our migration from this area down to New Mexico. Colors of forest seasons. Spruce hails northern ice as turkey, robin, snowbird drift to winter's yellow corn. Mountain lion lurks. Pines husk the western sunset, shading spring's blue corn. Bear awakens. Zenith eagle ascends. Cedar brown, summer solstice. Lightning oak thunders south. Signals swallow, hawk, and swift to sow summer's red corn. Badger burrows. Aspen halos the eastern sunrise, radiating fall's white corn. Wolf roams. Nadar shrew descends. Oak green, winter solstice. This next poem is called Sky Island, and I was doing a workshop with Sherman Gitsui when I was going to school at the Institute of American Indian Art during my master's program, and I wrote this poem in this class. And down in Porto, Arizona, they have Sky Island there. So this title of this poem is called Sky Island. Why doesn't she ride a wheel? Gila monster, hissing ants, tossing 2 cubed granite crystals coated with mud tracks. Eldest sister of Turkey clan, a ceremonial coiling of clay. We're migrating, soaring towards a sky island. She lifts his black braids on pine sap, streaming in rainstorm, wailing. She ties 4 white duck feathers and forms them into a lightning bolt. Flashing through sea deserts in the hail, they trail a deer to levitate a new song. Green yucca, what is it like to paint a mask? He plants her before spring thaw, wrapped in a Pendleton blanket. His sorrow sinks the earth. My last poem I'd like to read is entitled Conveying Spring Rains. And it's a in the form of a pantoum. It's a 50-line poem, and it commemorates my great grandmother, and also in the story she told me about her two sisters. And there's a couple of Keres words in here. Zipina is our sacred mountain closest to Laguna. It's Mount Taylor. Shiwana are the rain clouds, and Shikaya was my grandmother's Indian name. It has no meaning. It's just a name, Shikaya. And Pacha means let it rain. Conveying spring rains. Spring skies parched, clear and white blue. Rainmaker smokes with mountain spirits, puffing cumulus clouds over Zipina. Deserts are rainless without a dance. Rainmaker smokes with mountain spirits. Thunderclouds burst over mesa tops of Pinon. Deserts are rainless without a dance. Raindrops are always perfectly round. Thunderclouds burst over mesa tops of cedar. Summer rain is falling on Mother Earth, so raindrops are always perfectly round, tapping ponds like rapid drumbeat circles. Summer rain falls on Mother Earth to herald the Shiwana on southwestern lands, tapping ponds like rapid drumbeat circles. Frogs croak their chants and dance once more. Herald the Shiwana on southwestern lands with water designs of drizzling cloud drops. Frogs croak their chants and dance once more. Sunrise ends their showery leap of music with water designs of drizzling cloud drops. Women draw water in painted bird oyas. Sunrise ends their showery leap of music. Now they walk bearing jugs above their heads. Women draw water in painted bird oyas. Red women and blue women balance as they walk bearing jugs above their heads, home to their mother, Shikaya's house. Red woman and blue woman balance, dawdling along the ditch of running stream, home to their mother, Shikaya's house. Red woman's swaying pot spots sister's eye, dawdling along the ditch of running stream, corn leaves glisten bright with drops of dew. Red woman's swaying pot spots sister's eye. Blue woman reaches up, saving sliding Oya. Corn leaves glisten bright with drops of dew. In the mud, Shikaya wears no moccasins. Blue woman reaches up, saving sliding Oya, yet loses her pose and her pottery falls. In the mud, Shikaya wears no moccasins, and she says, Pacha, let it rain. She loses her pose and her pottery falls like a cloud still clinging to a rainbow. When she says, Pacha, let it rain, Mother Earth becomes filled once again. Like a cloud still clinging to a rainbow, we look for arrowheads after the storm. Mother Earth becomes filled once again, puffing cumulus clouds over Zipina. We look for arrowheads after the storm. Spring skies parched, clear and white blue. Thank you.